What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be attempting to Viper cut the 3rd gen. I had to take my wheel spacers off because with the new offset of my new bronze wheels, it was hitting that inside. So once I Viper cut it, I'll be able to put these guys back on, which I really like the stance of the truck. Tools that I will be using will be this cutoff wheel from Harbor Freight. I used it to do the bumper. Extras, 220 sandpaper to be able to clean off the fiberglass after it's cut, or the plastic, and some painter's tape. I also have the edge trim for it. And I'll show you guys that later. So I'm just gonna go for it. I think I've watched enough videos on it.
Very confusing here when you say it's not great there either.
Okay, just giving a reference point of how I did it already. Taped it off. You got an angle here. I'm only taking about 2.5 inches off here, and then just following your line down. It's pretty easy. This stuff really cleans up everything. I've already cut into my bumper before, so I know exactly what I'm up against when I install this bumper and winch. I don't want to show you guys when it's done, but I'm completely done with the passenger side. I'll show you guys when they're both done. But yeah, like I said, turn your wheel, whatever side you're working on, turn your wheel to the opposite, full turn, and start cutting there. That way you don't have to take off your tire. It clears it enough for you to be. I had to take this off in pieces, but I'll show you that later. So I'm back at the shop because I did the Viper cut. Last time we weren't able to reapply the 1 1/4 inch wheel spacers because they were rubbing because of the offset of these new wheels. So I think I'm only going to be adding the front spacers, but there's the Viper cut also. See how it looks once it's, but it came out pretty clean. I like it. And just so you guys can see what I have, got the Toyo Open Country AT3 295 75 R16s. Sorry, Focus with the 16-inch Vorse wheels. I gotta see exactly what they are, but yeah. So I'm reinstalling the 1 1/4 inch wheel spacers on the front. Now I'm able to turn without the tires rubbing up against the front because of the offset of these new wheels. So there you have it. Viper cut 1 1/4 wheel spacers back on. So you can see, came out pretty clean. All right, so it's done, and I just want to show you guys what I cut off on each side. So this is about as much as I cut off of the bottom of the bumper, and this is a corner piece to it that's off the fender. So, you know, it's kind of your preference, your taste, but I like the way mine came out. You can see all the tire clearance that I have in the front. I love the way it looks now. One problem that I did run into is the wheel spacers because the offset on this, but on the offset on these wheels. But other than that, I did have to cut in here, and what I did was I just drilled a hole and I zip tied it to there and zip tied it to up here. That way you have no play. This does not move on you. Same thing with this side, but each side has its own little oh, left a piece of tape on there. But as you guys can see, I thought I screwed up on it pretty bad, but this trim, it literally takes care of everything for you. And yeah, same thing in here. I zip tied it to the frame down there, and up here I used 2 zip ties And there you go, man. Just like that. You just gotta fucking do it. I like how you're able to see that. I can't wait to get my new suspension, be able to rock my new shocks, my lift. It's gonna look sick. But there you have it. Viper cut. 3rd Gen Tacoma. And these are the tools that I used. Dremel tool with its own little cutoff wheels from Harbor Freight. I used a bigger cutoff wheel in some spots to be able to get through it a lot easier. This to cut off your trimming. This to clean up if you need to. Painter's tape to be able to tape off your cuts. And then I just use 20/20 grid paper to be able to clean around it. And that's it, man. It's easy. You just got to do it. Oh, and of course your trim, which I bought a bunch of it when I got my aftermarket bumper. Thanks for watching.